We have this interesting few minutes where I sit alone and, I have to imagine there's going to be people watching this later in the day or whenever. But for the moment, I'm alone and waiting, and hoping that people are going to join me and that we do have a good meditation today. So good morning to the early risers, the people here attending the class, the meditation. You're very welcome. Wouldn't be the same if I was completely on my own. And today I'm going to be focusing on the neutral person in the meditation. Very interesting area to try and explore. In some ways, quite a difficult person to make connections with. But we'll have the usual few minutes just arriving. I do often say it's good to prepare for meditation by having a few minutes quiet and just having that little space before you start to meditate. And then I found myself this morning a bit rushed, and I thought, well, I need to be a good example and try and do these things myself. So welcome to the people who are arriving. I'm not sure what the weather's like. It hardly matters, does it? We're going to focus in and develop our inner weather, the really important weather, the weather around our hearts, and the transformative, powerful weather inside. I'm going to be referencing a book by Vasantra. He's a really renowned meditation teacher, and this is called The Heart. It's part of a series of books on the art of meditation, and this focuses on the practice we're about to do, the loving kindness meditation. So I'll read a quote from there when we get underway. But yes, good morning, Kirsty Ann. Welcome. It is good when people just put a little message there, good morning, and it sort of confirms, well, there are people taking part. There are live people there, presumably mostly from the York Centre, but I know for a fact there's one or two from the Blackburn Centre, and we're picking up people from Nottingham and Peterborough. So it's a very interesting get together on a Wednesday, well, every morning in the week. I noticed Shaki Padar was back yesterday. It was great to see her looking well. So just a few minutes arriving. We can make good use of this time as well by just settling in, being a bit more aware of the physical experience. The fact that you're sitting and you're being aware perhaps of any tensions and letting go. I really enjoyed a meditation the other morning Joe led on that body awareness, and really useful looking at how to release different tensions. And she talked quite openly and honestly about getting up in the mornings with back kind of stiffness, and I find that really useful. I suppose I'd imagine there was only me who gets up in the morning with a stiff back, but good morning, Ratnagita. Good to see you with us. So we've got another minute or so. We can carry on either with a mental preparation or just sort of loosening up. I used to attend Mahasukha's singing workshops, and he would have a great way of getting us to limber up and prepare. Morning, Helen. And it would involve, moving your shoulders around and shaking your arms about. Well, that might be a bit vigorous for us, but we can do an equivalent. We can kind of at least just sort of erase or loosen up some of that stiffness around the neck and the shoulders. We can at least sort of make a start and be confident that if we are making an effort to bring our bodies into the meditation, that will pay dividends. At least we'll be aware of our physical sensations, and it's a really good way to go into the meditation. Take your body with you, I'd say. Good morning, Lynn. So I want to start with a little quote from Vasantra. This is the section in his book where he is actually talking about the neutral person. So just a short reading. Next time you are in a crowded place, a shopping mall, a railway station or airport, a busy street, just stop for a little while and stand as if you were waiting for someone. Watch the people walking past. Without staring, just take them in. Their facial expressions, their different bodily shapes, the ways in which they walk, stand or sit. As you do this, you will find your mind making judgments about what you see. You are instinctively drawn to some people and averse to others. Try to let go of these preferences. Focus on what all these people have in common. Try to feel the common humanity behind the smiles and frowns, the hairstyles and the wrinkles. So I used to find myself doing an equivalent practice. Hello, Carol, morning. You know, that interminable time you're sitting on a bus and you're waiting for all the slow people, the old people getting on, and the ones who don't have the fare ready. And so I used to have that as a regular sort of occurrence. And then I decided that these people getting on the bus, these are the neutral people, the people that I need to develop some warmth towards. So I started singing to myself a version of the Beatles song, All the Neutral People, Where Do They All Come From? And I actually made it into quite an enjoyable practice. And I would catch a sneaky peek at these people who were passing me on the bus, you know, to find their seats. Now, it's not the end of the story. I mean, we need to develop something more than just, you know, easing the irritation for being late or whatever. But it was a start, and it was something to sort of give a bit of direction to. There are ways in to sort of develop these practices that we're doing, that we're trying to cultivate. So yeah, the neutral people, you know, you can kind of keep a sneaky eye out, and there might even be a hint of a smile from some people. So the meditation, it's the usual 5-stage practice that we do. For anyone who's new, the 5 stages are developing loving kindness towards yourself, towards a good friend. This is usually somebody of a similar age, someone who's alive, and someone who you're not sexually attracted towards. And then the neutral person, someone you might see regularly, but you don't have any feelings either way for them. And then in the 4th stage, we have the so-called difficult person. This is actually somebody you're finding difficult, even a good friend where there's difficulties arisen. And then finally, we take out our goodwill, our loving kindness, or at least the intention. We take it out from where we are to our immediate environment, and then gradually, well, all around the world. And we include animals, every sort of being that could possibly be. We don't place a limit on our desire for people to experience kindness and well-being. And the method we'd use, it can vary from dropping in a phrase, something like may that person be well and happy, and making progress, or we might use our imagination and just see them in a good place, or see ourselves in our favorite place. So it's a real opportunity to engage different approaches. So I'll mark the stages by ringing the bell, and I will give us a few pointers as we go through the meditation. So just to start, just do a quick scan of the body, being aware of the feet, the contact with the ground. And then the buttocks, Whatever you're sitting on, a cushion, a seat, just try to be aware of any sensations. Are you comfortable? Maybe be aware of the lower back. Is there any tension held there? And generally be aware of the back, all the muscles around the shoulder blades. A favourite of mine is getting tension around the shoulders and the neck. I can't blame all the driving now, those days have gone, but I still get tension there. And then scan the face. Try to lighten up. Even if you can't bring a smile to your face, just don't be frowning or holding tension. Imagine the forehead being lightly caressed and any tension just being taken away. Relax, let go. Just let yourself go with the meditation. So the development of loving kindness. Now in this first stage, we're developing loving kindness towards ourselves. So we might drop in a phrase, may I be well, may I be happy, may I be making progress. We might include a desire for us to be doing the things that make us well and happy. May I be going to the gym? May I be eating healthily? May I be keeping in touch with my friends? So drop in the phrase, may I be well, and then see if there's a response. Perhaps recall a time when you did feel well. There might be a moment that you can savor. You were really happy. If you get distracted, just bring yourself back to the meditation, but do that in a kindly, understanding way. You can focus on the heart area. Wish yourself well directly to your heart. Now, in the second stage, we're focusing on a good friend. We want them to be well and happy. So we can use the same phrases. May they be well, may they be happy, may their lives be making progress. And we might recall the time we spent together and how we enjoyed their company. As we're sitting, meditating and breathing, they're somewhere, they're breathing as well. And if we're not feeling warm, gushing feelings towards our friend, that's okay. It's largely about the intention we're trying to develop a faculty. You can rejoice in their merits. Recollect the qualities about them that you admire or you appreciate. Perhaps you feel some gratitude towards them for their friendship. Now, in the third section, it is the neutral person, the person we don't know. We might see them regularly, but we don't have any interaction especially, or certainly no feelings for them either way. But now we try to introduce this element of recognizing their humanity. They have friends, they have family, they have a life. If we got to know them, it might turn out that they're quite remarkable people with very full lives and skills. So we just open up to the possibility, and we allow our hearts to kind of see them in a better way. They might be neutral to us, but they may have lovers, really good friends. There are people who really care for them. We're trying to develop a concern for their welfare. So irrespective of what's going on within our own feelings, we try to be aware of them and wish them to be well and happy, and for their lives to be making progress. Again, if you find you've got wandering thoughts, just bring yourself back, but in a kindly way, in the spirit of the meditation. Now, in the next stage, it's the person we're finding difficult. Might be someone we just don't like, or maybe they don't like us. But we don't want to leave the situation like that. That feeling of ill will poison us for sure. So being realistic, we're not going to end up with gushing, loving feelings overnight, but we can start to turn it around. Start to see them more as a rounded human being. Not pretending things didn't happen, there's not been difficulties, but try to see the humanity in them. May they be well, making progress. If you find that you're just getting caught up in difficult feelings, reactions to things that have happened, you can always retreat, go back to the first stage and give yourself some loving attention, some understanding. This is not an easy practice. You're trying to transform deep pain. So the person we've got difficulties with could well have really good friends, people who love them, people who don't experience them in the same way that we do. So again, we try to get a more rounded uh, image or picture of the person. They're more than just that difficult aspect that we experience. And the more that we forgive and understand, the bigger we grow, we become a bigger person. Now, in the fifth section, we quickly reconnect with the previous four people. So that's ourselves, the good friend, the so-called neutral person, and the person we're finding difficult. Just bearing them in mind for a moment or two. But then we start to move outwards. So we wish everyone in our immediate environment, may they be well. May we take out the feelings of warmth and kindness, take them out more and more. So the immediate environment around the town that you're in or the city, all those people going about their business, doing whatever they do, may they all be well, happy, living fruitful lives. In your imagination, you might see them in cars, in traffic jams, working in shops and garages, getting their children ready for school, whatever they have to do. Even people suffering in hospital and things like that. And gradually move outwards to cover the whole of the country. May everyone be well and happy. In your imagination, you can visit places you know and wish everyone there that they'd be well and happy. Your connections in different cities, your friends and relatives spread throughout the country. And then gradually take out your desire for people's well-being, the loving kindness, take it out, across Europe, to France. The French are not so bad. Germany, Holland. May all the beings, all the people in all these different places, may they all be well. So-called enemies. I have a friend living in Moscow. So everyone in Russia, may they be well. There are no boundaries, no one you exclude from your well-wishing, the loving kindness springing from your heart. So everyone in Iran, China, India, right around the world, Australia, New Zealand. All the different parts of Africa, South America, the United States and Canada. May every single living being, may they all be well, happy, making progress with their lives. And now, to draw the meditation to a close, we just have a moment or two of relaxing, just sitting and experiencing the fruits of a practice of loving kindness. So if you can, you don't need to dash off to work. Just have those extra few moments. Maybe tune into your own body, your stomach, your chest. Are you feeling a bit more expansive? Are your shoulders a bit more relaxed? So I wish you all well. Hope you take a good experience into your day. And it is remarkable that if you can start your day with a good practice like this, even if you're struggling with all sorts of emotions, the fact that you've made the effort, it will feed into the rest of your day and even beyond. So, yeah, thank you, Stuart. And yeah, go into your day sort of, yeah, taking some of this positivity with you. I do wish you well, and hope to see you, get plenty of you again next week. Yeah, thank you, Carol. Everyone have a good day. Have a lovely day. Yeah, I think if you start off with that intention, you're more likely to have a good day, aren't you? So yeah, I wish everyone well. So thanks for being here. Yeah, you're welcome, Ratnagita. I shall be seeing you shortly. All the best, everyone. Yeah, bye bye now. See you next time.